Before we start, a quick note to remind you that On the Move podcast episodes are designed to improve balance and confidence in your ability to move. Only do what feels comfortable and stop if anything doesn't feel right. For more information, head to parkinsons.org.uk. Hello, welcome to On the Move. I'm Sonya, and this is a 20-minute class where we'll concentrate on stretching, mobilising, and at the end, a lovely guided relaxation for you to enjoy. For this class, you can sit down on the floor, you could sit down on your bed, but just find a comfortable place, a nice quiet location where I'd like you to close your eyes. Close your eyes and focus on your body. Rest your hands on your legs, sink your hips into the floor and lengthen your spine. Imagine that you're gently being pulled up from your chin towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. You can breathe in through nose and out through nose, or if you prefer, breathe in through nose and out through mouth. Just take a few moments to concentrate on yourself. Focus on you and how you are feeling at this moment. Are there any tight or tense areas around your neck, jaw, shoulders? I'd like you to think about your jawline, your teeth slightly apart and your lips lightly touching. We're going to nod the head slowly forwards and gently stretch the back of the neck. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, feel free to open them. Let's hold that stretch. To increase the stretch, you could place your hands lightly on the back of your head. Try not to force the head forward, but apply light pressure. Light pressure just to move that chin down a little bit further. And let's just hold it for a few moments. Relax and lift the head. Return the hands down to the legs. I'd like you now to push your chest and rib cage forwards, just increasing the curve through the lower back. It's a gentle extension, and we'll move slowly between these stretches and movements of mobility. Coming back to our grounded position, coming back to your comfortable position, shoulders over our hips, long neutral spine. Let's do that one again. Push the chest and the rib cage forwards. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears and just feel the lower back gently extending. And then we'll return to our seated upright position. Well done. Right arm is going to lift up above the shoulder, your fingers just over your shoulders and your left hand on the floor beside you. I'd like you to keep your hand where it is, but lean into your left hand with a slight bend. Fingers pointing up at the ceiling, feel a lovely stretch down the side of the body. Now I'd like you to take your arm and sweep it across the body. So staying sideways, good. Sweep that arm around and down and place the hand onto the floor. Good. Reaching up with your left arm, fingers to the ceiling. Take a small lean over to the right. Well done. Pause for a moment and now sweep your left arm across and down. Well done. And return the hand to the floor. Let's repeat sides. Right arm reaching, fingers to the ceiling. Take that small bend. The arm circles just in front of the face. A little gentle twist back to the middle, hand to the floor. And the other side as we lift up the left arm with our sideways lean. Arm completes a circle, round it goes. Pivot to the front and rest the hand on the floor. Good work. I'd like you to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, we'll do a little peel down, chin to the chest, slowly rolling down. Good work. Closing the gap between the ribs and the hips, lowering the head as far as feels comfortable for you. Pause when you reach your final stage and take a full breath in. Breathing out, stacking up one bone over the other. Lovely. We come all the way back to a nice tall position. Let's do that again. You have the option this time of lifting the arms, floating both arms up above your heads. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, chin to the chest, lower the arms. We're going to take a little lean forwards, down as far as we can. You can always sit on a cushion. If you are on the floor and on a mat, you can always pop a cushion underneath your bottom if you feel you're seated for a long time or sitting down for a long time and just want a bit more support and comfort. That is absolutely fine. And now slowly start to lengthen up. Good. We're going to straighten both of our legs out in front of us now. Extend the legs. Well done. So I'd like you now to lift your arms up so they're level with your shoulders and parallel. Slowly lean forwards, trying to touch your toes. Of course, I'm not suggesting we should touch our toes, and please don't force that position, but your fingers are aiming towards your feet. And then hold as far as you can, feeling a stretch along the back of the legs. Also be aware of your knees and careful not to push your knees down into the floor. They are softly locked. Let's slowly unfold from the hips and sit tall once again. So I'd like you to bend your right knee. You can either leave your foot flat on the floor beside your left leg or place your foot over your left leg onto the floor to the outside of that long leg. Your knee joint is just in front of your breastbone and you can pull it a little bit closer towards you if that is comfortable. Start with a light stretch and you can increase that stretch if it feels okay to do so. Lengthen up through the spine. We're still lifting long through the back, lifting up through the crown of the head and keeping our shoulders lengthened away from our ears. And focus on your breathing as we continue to breathe wide and full in and a slow breath out. Well done. We'll switch legs now. Return both legs stretched out in front of us, and we will now lift our left leg. That's it, placing our left foot to the inside of the right leg or to the outside, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Bring the knee in line with the breastbone. Good balance on our sitting bones. Lift and lengthen. Perfect. And take a full breath in and a steady breath out. Well done. Lovely exercise to stretch the muscles that we've been working in lots of our sessions. Now for our next stretch, we're going to place the soles of our feet together. Uncrossing our legs, bending our knees. Good, the soles of our feet join together. Good, so we're in almost a butterfly shape with our legs or a diamond shape with our legs. You can hold your ankles or you could rest your hands on your thighs, but I'd like you to open your knees as far as feels comfortable for you. You could lean slightly forwards into this, but if there's any discomfort in your hips or back, then just keep your shoulders stacked over your hips and your chest lifted up high. Again, we're going to hold this stretch for a few seconds and a few deep breaths in and and out. Well done. And as we progress through this stretch, see if you can open your knees just a little bit further, increasing that length. Well done. Bring our legs together, hands around the backs of the thighs. We are going to slowly lower the body down onto the floor now. So use your hands around your legs to support the lowering of your body down onto the floor. You could always roll onto your side if that feels more comfortable. So side to back. Well done. I'd like you to rest your arms down by the side of the body for a moment. Stretch both legs long. That's it. And feel the weight of the body sinking into the floor. Let's slowly turn our head to the right. Good. And pause for a moment. Turn the head back to the centre and slowly turn to the other side, to the left. That's it. Just moving the head gently and slowly and back to the middle. Bend the right knee. Bring the knee towards the body and you can wrap your arms around the leg. That's around the back of the leg, or rest your hands on your shin, wherever you can reach. Let's flex and extend the ankle, a little bit of ankle mobility, toes up and toes down, toes up and toes down. Good. And then a little bit of rotation as we circle our toes around. And let's change direction. Good. Relax the foot, keep hold of this leg. Well done. Your left leg is long, resting your hips into the floor. And release. We'll change legs. Well done. Bend the knee and draw the other leg into the body. Hands wrapped around the back of the leg, or rest your hands on your shin. Just avoid putting pressure on your knee. Draw the leg as close to the body as is comfortable. And let's point our toes and lift our toes. Point our toes and lift our toes. Good. Flexing and extending. Lovely mobility movement for our ankles. And then circle round we go. Again, your range of motion. Working with your body, listening to your body and moving within what feels right for you. Change direction, round we go the other way. Well done, and relax. I'd like you to bend your knees and place both feet onto the floor now, but join the legs and the feet together. Let's open the arms out to the side, palms up or down, whichever feels comfortable for you. Relax your shoulders, let your shoulders sink down into the floor. We're going to tip both legs over to the right. Good, as far as we can. Try to keep your shoulders on the floor. Try to keep the rib cage flat in the mat. Hold this lovely stretch. Again, take a nice deep breath in. And slowly breathe out. Breath in, bring the legs back to the middle. Breathe out, turn the legs over to the other side. Relax the arms and the shoulders. And the head is nice and still. Let's hold this position as again we're aware of our breathing, aware of that deep, wide breath in and a slow, controlled breath out. And come back to the centre. Well done. Just extending our legs now. Bring the arms down. That's good. And we'll just do a little bit of wrist and finger mobility. So I'd like you to clench your fists. Make two fists. That's right. Relax the shoulders, but two tight fists. And then just relax your fingers. And then open your fingers as much as you can. That's it. So we clench. Good. And we open. And we clench tight and then release. Well done. And then just wiggle your fingers. Imagine you're now going to play a piano. So each finger moving individually. Well done. And then just relaxing the fingers, circle the wrists. Good. One can go clockwise, the other one can go anti-clockwise. But they're moving together. And then let's reverse that. Good. Bringing them in. And relax. Rest the arms wherever is most comfortable for you. Rest them on your hips, on your rib cage, down by the side of the body. But let's draw up to our shoulders. Slowly lift the shoulders up, coming towards your ears, and then slide them down. We're going to imagine our shoulders are like elevators. They're lifting up to the top floor and then all the way down to the ground floor. Let's do this 2 more times. They lift slowly up to the top floor and slowly back to the ground floor, where let's try and leave them there by the ground or on the ground floor. I'd like you to imagine now that you are laying by the sea. A warm day, the sun is shining, the temperature is perfect. There is a slight breeze and we can hear the waves just rolling onto the shore. I want you to let tension move away from your body. We're enjoying the heat of the sun, the sound of the waves, the sound of the breeze, enjoying the location where we are relaxing, feeling the tension moving away from our feet, moving away from our legs, the tension moving from our hips, from our middle, from our ribs, from our chest and upper back, and our shoulders, neck and head. Try to relax arms, legs, hands, feet and our body. Let that tension melt away. Soften the stomach and let the body become lighter. The body feels light and our breathing is much easier as we now concentrate on the breath. Feeling the rib cage lift as we breathe in and lower as we breathe out. Give yourself a few moments to enjoy this location, using our imagination to drift away somewhere warm, sunny and still. And just before we return to a sitting position, we'll just focus on something called box breathing, a breathing technique where we breathe in for a count of 3 or 4. Hold your breath for that same amount, 3 or 4. Breathe out for 3 or 4. And then hold again before we repeat the cycle. So feel free to use a count of 4. Or if you feel you could hold, breathe in, hold, breathe out and hold for a longer period of time, feel free to do so. So a couple of cycles of box breathing in your own time. We are now going to think about coming onto our feet. So we'll start by bending our knees and placing our feet onto the floor. Turn over onto one side of the body using your arms to support you. That's it. Hold on to whatever you need to hold on to as long as it's stable. And slowly and in your own time, make way to your hands and your knees. If you have a chair you can use or something to help you to your feet, please do use that. Otherwise, one foot in front. Good. Coming onto both feet and slowly uncurling. Let's stack up bone over bone over bone. We'll stand with our feet hip width apart. Have a look down at your feet, which are parallel. Which you think about balancing your body weight evenly through your feet. Your little toe pad, your big toe pad, and your heel bone. Let's use these 3 points of our feet to help us balance. So, body weight is balanced across the toe pads and into the heel. I want you to think of a little blueberry being tucked underneath the middle of your arch. Try to align your knees with your second and third toe and bring your hips into a comfortable position. The rib cage funnels down towards the hips, the collarbones are light and wide, the shoulders rest down, allowing our shoulder blades to melt into the back. Arms are resting by the side of the body, hands open. Try not to clench your fists. Relax your fingers and let the fingertips lengthen down. The back of the neck is growing tall as we lift up through the top of the head with the chin very slightly tipped forwards in line with the breastbone. We're going to take a full deep breath in, expanding our rib cage, breathing into the back of the rib cage, and a steady breath out. And if your eyes are closed, slowly open your eyes now. Good. Just give those shoulders a little wiggle, a little roll around. Excellent work. Bring your hands together in front of your breastbone and give yourself a little bow, congratulating you on a fabulous workout. Well done to you. Hope you enjoyed that relaxation, mobility and gentle stretch session, and thank you for joining us on the move.